Welcome back to Perspective Z, your favorite generational podcast. I'm Katrina.
And I'm Rachel, and boy, do we just have so much to talk about today. And Katrina, what are the things to speak of?
Alright, so last time we recorded the beginning of spring break. This time, I guess we get to talk about how sad we are that we have to go back to school because spring break is over, and let me tell you, it has been a week. It feels like a week and a half because
I've worked
of the
45 hours.
Rachel, goodness gracious.
Spring break, am I right?
But you got the monies.
I did make the bread.
Make the bread. You work at a bakery now?
No, I work at a taco place.
I know you work at a taco place. I didn't know that until, earlier this week, but yeah.
I haven't been working there long.
Yeah, I know. I knew you had a second job, but you didn't tell me what it was, and I didn't want to ask, so.
Fair enough. We're Gen Z, we don't like to talk. Which is why we have a podcast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Clearly.
Somehow. Clearly.
Yeah, how was your week? I felt like it was a really long spring break, and normally I feel like spring break is super short, but maybe that's just because I worked every day.
Yeah. I feel like I've had longer spring breaks. I've had shorter spring breaks. I feel like this felt like a week. It felt a little bit longer because, we had all the free time at the beginning of the week, and then at the end of the week, it was we saw 2 movies this week in theaters, and that's, something that we never do, so.
I know, and you wouldn't talk to me because you were at the movies with your family.
Also, my phone, crashed again, so I can tell that story, because earlier I mentioned how my older phone was in a boot loop where, it kept rebooting every 30 seconds, but, so I had that phone, my new phone, for a week and a half, and then after we came out of Captain Marvel, I turned it on, and it said that it couldn't find an operating system, and I was like, oh, okay, and then we just went over to the Verizon store, and we were like, hey, do you know what to do with this? And they're like, oh, we can just send you another one if you send the other one back, and I was like, okay. So it's still not here yet, so we'll see how that goes. It's the same phone, but hopefully it doesn't crash this time.
Are you sure you're not just downloading a bunch of viruses onto your phone by accident?
I'm pretty sure I'd know if I was downloading viruses.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Positive.
Positive.
Pinky swear?
Unless, the place where I do my grade checks has some sort of virus. I don't think it does.
You never know. You can never be too safe.
Never be too safe. Yep. Anyways, how's your work-filled week been?
You know, honestly, it hasn't been bad. I've loved making all the dough.
All the dough.
It's a nice feeling. Yeah, making the dough has been nice. I learned how to make tortilla chips.
Ooh.
So not quite dough, but still a grain. I think it counts.
Grain. We love grain.
We love carbs.
Yep, because yeah.
We're growing teenagers, honestly. We need the carbs for health.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's basically been my week. I don't know. I haven't been doing much just because I've been working. I'm doing laundry right now. Not this very moment, but right now the laundry is going. I'm not folding it right now.
Yeah.
But since work has some really good deals right now, since the store is closing, it's been crazy. So, there's significantly less clothes to clean up and, fold and everything. Mm-hmm. But you have to fold them 5 times as often. So you're doing the same amount, if not more work. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, that makes...
And then there was a guy that came in with his daughter, and he goes, wait, so everything is 70% off? And the girl looked like she was 10. And I was like, yeah, everything's 70% off except our clearance. And he goes, oh, honey, we're going shopping! And she was like, do we have to? Because she was still at the age, it seemed like she was at the age that shopping isn't fun and it's not something you ever want to do, which for me is always, but,
yeah.
But, she wasn't happy, and he was just living for it, so it was kind of hilarious to watch. And then he looked at me and goes, how many times have you refolded the same pair of jeans today? And I was like, well, my shift just started, so 4. And he goes, I'm gonna let you grab the pants off the wall then. And I was like, that's a good plan.
That's a good
I
plan.
appreciated that. I was like, thanks, dude.
I always feel bad because I want to, like, see what the designs and stuff are, or, like, what type of jean or whatever it is. And I'm like, but I don't know how to fold it, and I feel bad for all the people that have to fold it.
I mean, there was a lady that right after I fixed a stack of shirts, she pulled one from the bottom, ruined it all, and then looked at me.
Why would you pull one from the bottom?
She wanted to see what it looked like. I know. Don't try and explain the logic to me.
Anyways. I wish I would have screenshotted that face you just made.
Yeah, but, you know. Stop laughing at me! Be a buddy, not a bully.
I love being a buddy. Buddy, the elf, what's your favorite color?
Blue. Sometimes red, sometimes purple, sometimes yellow. Never orange.
Never orange, we've discussed this already.
Yup.
But
we know how much I hate orange.
Yep.
It's the worst of all the colors. So have you been doing any, like, schoolwork over spring break?
No.
I'm proud of you.
I kept feeling like I should, and then I was like, nah, it's not that much work. So basically it was just me procrastinating, but since I had a week to procrastinate. Yeah, so I'm gonna do all of it tonight.
Nice!
Or, like, because we have a block schedule, so I'm gonna either, like, do all of tomorrow's work tonight, and then I'll save all of the next day's work for tomorrow night, because that's who I am as a person.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, the only thing I really have to do, like, I don't have any homework to do. I just need to, like, take notes. And that's not required, it's just, it helps my learning personally if I take notes. So I'm probably gonna do that tonight, and procrastinate editing this. We both know I do that a lot.
Yep.
Like, a lot. We got internet at my house!
Yay!
Yeah, it's been 2.5 months. And it's, like, nice internet, too. But, I had to leave for work, and last time we set up an internet, I made the password, and it was just, like, the last 2 digits of all of our birth years, so that it was simple and easy to remember. But I had to leave for work, so I was like, Mom, when the internet people come, are you capable of making a password that is simple and not stupid or ridiculous, like hashtag live, love, hope, and dream, hashtag family, hashtag #1. And she was like, ha ha, yeah, totally. So she made it hashtag live, love, laugh. Just to spite me.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's parenting right there. Love you, Mom Bart.
Oh, we do love Mom Bart.
Yes.
Anything else exciting you've done this week? I'm sure there's something.
I mean, I did do something, and it connects to my favorite thing of the week, so we could.
Ooh, what's that?
Do
Hit
that.
me, hit me. Don't actually.
Okay, so, basically, last Sunday night to Monday morning, I had a sleepover with my friends, and they've both been trying to get me to watch The Umbrella Academy. It's a series on Netflix, and, so they were like, oh, just come over, there's 10 episodes that are all an hour long, we could get it done all in one night, because we didn't really have anything to do the next day except my friend had to work, but she's seen the show, so she could fall asleep whenever she wanted to. But basically, my favorite thing this week is The Umbrella Academy because it is a super good show, and I like it, and I don't know how to describe it because it's complicated, but it's a good show. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original, so that's the only place you can see it, and yeah, you should all go watch it. It's pretty gory. There's not a lot of blood, well, sort of a lot of blood, but be warned. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's my favorite thing this week.
Okay, fair.
What's your favorite thing this week, Rachel?
My favorite thing this week, that's a great question. My favorite thing this week, I forgot that, I wrote it down so it's right in front of me and I don't have to think too long and hard about this, is, Black Panther, because I just watched it about an hour ago for the first time, because somehow I managed to not see it up until now, but I saw it on Netflix, and I was like, hey, that sounds good. So that's what I just watched, and it was heckin' great.
Nice. I think my family watched it, but I was working on homework, so I've seen, parts of it.
You should watch it.
Trying to be productive for once in my life.
What is Sorry, can you say that word again? I don't know what it means.
Productive?
You mean procrastinate?
Basically, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Anyways, what's your favorite song this week, Rachel?
It's a country song. I might have done this one already. I might have not. I couldn't remember, but I've been playing it nonstop. It's Hooked by Dylan Scott.
I don't recognize it, so it should be new.
Okay. Solid. Because I didn't want to have to think of another one. But it just reminds me of summer, and it's such a good song.
Nice.
What's your favorite song this week?
Okay, so connecting from the Umbrella Academy, because this sort of has to do with it, not really, but, so one of the actors in the show is Aidan Gallagher, and he plays... Basically, his character is a 58-year-old man trapped in, a 15-year-old's body, and it's really funny, because one of his lines is, I don't think I'm better than you. I know I am, and I'm like...
That's me.
I just love his character so much, and so I followed the actor's Twitter, because duh, what else do you do? And let me tell you, this kid, he's 15... I feel bad calling him kid because he's literally a few months younger than me. But Aidan is 15 and he's already a UN ambassador.
What?
And because, yeah, he's a UN ambassador and he's in the Netflix series, and he just put out a song a few days ago, and that's what my favorite song is it's called Blue Neon.
Okay.
And it's really good, and yeah, I think it's crazy how, so many people can be so young, the same age as us, and still, making... Because we're trying to make a difference with this podcast, somehow, however that works.
Spread positivity!
Spread positivity, but it's amazing how, people... Just, yeah, it's amazing to me that people our age are making differences so early, and yeah, I'm just super proud of him. I feel so bad because I'm saying I'm proud of him I'm so much older than him, but he's literally the same age as me, so it's fine. But yeah, that was a segue and a half, but yeah, that's my favorite song is Blue Neon by Aidan Gallagher.
Fair enough. Yeah, so sorry, that was a very in-depth rant.
Yeah, I'm just proud of people. I'm proud of Generation Z. And I think that's kind of clear because I made a podcast about the perspective of Generation Z, but like, yeah, I'm super proud that I'm part of this generation, and I feel like we're gonna change the world. So like, look out, everyone.
Oh, we will definitely change the world.
For sure.
Sky just popped in to say hi.
Hi, Sky.
And that's Sky at Sky_the_pirate on Instagram. Sky is SKYE, in case any of you were wondering. She's real cute. She's gonna be going in her kennel here in a bit when she starts to make too much noise.
Oh.
Yeah. So, speaking of Instagram and social media, do we have any Twitter questions?
Twitter questions or Twitter trending?
Questions.
Okay. We have a few Twitter questions, but all of these Twitter questions were also asked by members of our Facebook group. So, and that's a thing that we have down in the description if you want to join. We try and be on it as much as we can, but also school is a thing. And also, I would have tried to be on it more this week, but my phone kind of died on me. But yeah, thank you all of our Facebook group members that submitted questions. But oh,
Sky's saying hello.
Hi, Sky.
Which is my kind way of saying Sky is about to go in her kennel because she's being loud.
Bye, Sky.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. It was very nice being on the show. I'll be back next week. Oh, thank you for the tissues, baby. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Anyways, listener questions.
Yes.
So our first question is from @DragonLance447, and they ask, I'm 18, I'm still a teenager, and I'm pretty sure I'm in the upper end of Gen Z. I've done a pretty good job of keeping my personal teenage dictionary up to date, but I cannot for the life of me understand what stan means. Can you explain?
Yes, we can. Stan is superfan, basically. In the simplest of all terms, I would say it's superfan.
Yeah, superfan. So, like, when you stan something, you're an extreme fan of it, and like, love it.
Like, I stan sleep and food.
I relate hardcore.
If that isn't the most teenage answer ever, you've clearly never spoken to a teenager.
Well, DragonLance447 is a teenager since...
No, I know, but that response specifically is very teenage.
Very, very teenage.
Heckin' kids.
Heckin' kids that are gonna save the world.
Heck those kids.
Or change the world. Not
both.
Well, we could, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, both.
Why choose one when you can have both?
Why not both?
Why not both? I've been rewatching Full House because it's on Hulu and I have Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how much I love the show. I mean, the quality is terrible at this point. But it's such a good show.
Yeah, I love it.
It's so happy. And I'm like rewatching it from the very, very beginning, which is really cute. Because you get to see like little baby Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just a good show overall.
Yeah, I agree.
That's good. Because otherwise I'd hang up now.
I figured. Anyways,
naturally.
Yeah, Stan is super fan, or something you really like, something like that.
I stan Katrina.
Aww.
I love you.
I love you too. I stan Rachel.
I love you.
Another way that you can think of it is stalker fan, which is a more extreme way of thinking of it, but yeah.
It's also probably the more accurate way of thinking about it.
Every
Quite
time we
honestly.
mention Stan on the podcast, my dad's like, I never want you to say that to someone. And I'm like, I only use it ironically.
Yeah, I would never stalk Katrina. I mean, I have her address anyway.
I don't have your new address, but...
Ha! You
Well, I'm
can't
gonna have to
stalk
figure
me.
it out someday.
No, that would definitely be stalking me.
Asking you for your address is stalking.
Well, no, but finding my address is stalking me.
That's fair. Anyways, we have another question from Dragonlance447. Do you want to read it?
Of course! Have you heard of the show Gravity Falls? If either of y'all have seen it, what did you think? Heard of it, not really my cup of tea, personally.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes and the idea is... I like the idea of the show. I also didn't have cable, as we've mentioned a lot. So I didn't get to, like, watch the shows when they were still airing. So, yeah. So I've heard of it, watched a few episodes, but not in depth, really.
That's fair. To me, it's on Disney Channel, but it reminds me more of a Cartoon Network show than it does a Disney Channel show. Just by, like, the style and theme of it. It reminds me of, like, Adventure Time, or... What's the one that I always confuse with Adventure Time? Because they're, like, kind of the same thing to me. But, I don't know, it just feels like the plot fits better with that audience than it does with the Disney audience.
Yeah,
But then again, everyone's Disney audience these days.
Yeah, I think it was on Disney XD, which is what they were trying to make their Cartoon Networks-esque channel.
Oh,
But,
I
like,
thought Disney XD was, like, their more sports-like...
Oh, no. That was where, like, that's where Phineas and Ferb transferred there.
Interesting.
And it was also on the original because that's where it was and people were used to it being there, but XD was where, like, Star versus the Forces of Evil, Gravity Falls, Fishhooks might have
I
been...
liked Fishhooks.
Yeah.
But it definitely does have more of that Cartoon Network vibe.
Yeah. Fishhooks, I think I was on the website all the time because it had a bunch of fun games on the Disney Channel website, and so I was like, yeah, I'm a fan of the show. I've played all the games.
I used to love the Disney Channel website so much.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, what's our next question?
Our next question is from @jbart17j, which is your sister.
Hi, Jessie.
And she asks, who's winning March Madness?
Okay, so I did do a bracket. I did two, but they're the same thing because, one is against a friend of mine and the other is in, like, a big group. And I didn't feel like making another one because he actually helped me with my first one and then was like, let's put our brackets against each other. And I was like, well, you helped me make mine, but sure. So,
yeah,
I think
I
have
had
Duke
the
winning.
option of doing it, and I was like, usually if I do March Madness or, like, fantasy football, which I haven't done, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but basically, if I ever do it, I feel like, unless I somehow understand sports in the next...
Oh, wait, I
ever.
actually had Kentucky winning.
Oh.
I normally have Duke winning, so you know.
Yeah. But usually I just pick the logos that I think are the prettiest, but...
See, this same friend kind of laughed at me today because I said, I pick a lot of teams based on colors. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really know how you get points. I just know I'm in the 41st percentile, and I have 340 points. So that's great.
Yay, points, I think. Unless
I
it's like
guess.
golf, then like...
No, you want points.
Okay. Then yay, points.
But I will say my friend is beating me. But I don't really know how. Because I'm a higher percent than he is. He has 10 more points, and he does have Duke winning, so.
Silly friend.
Silly friend.
Anyways, what's our last question this week, Rachel?
Our last question this week, sorry, I was looking over my bracket, is from Emily Hoffman, and she asks, have you seen Captain Marvel? If so, did you enjoy it? I haven't seen Captain Marvel, so we're not talking about it. End of discussion.
Can I say that I've seen it?
No.
Oh, well, too late, because I already talked about it. I already talked about it at the beginning of the show, though, with my phone.
I know.
So, yes, I did see it. And if you want to know my opinion on it, just DM me on Twitter or something.
Or wait until I finish it. Or until I watch
Finish it. You just went to the theater for the first 10 minutes and you're like, I'll finish it later.
Listen, I do that. Not to the theater, but to, like, movies and stuff. I do it all the time. Hey, I'm beating your dad in March Madness by 10 points. Oh, my dad did a bracket? He did do a bracket. Oh, wait, no, I'm beating him by 40 points. He has Virginia Tech winning. Psh. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a reason why he did it, and it's because it's the only college that he really knows, because certain people talk about it a lot.
Certain people. Yeah, I'm only 50 points behind the first person in our bracket challenge that your dad is in and I'm in. Oof. I actually, super like making March Madness brackets, even if they don't always make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we did paper brackets, everyone printed out a bracket and you wrote them down. Words. In my rapid academic class, which I think I've talked about before on here. And so we all made a bracket and, taped them up on the wall, and then we went through every day and, highlighted and crossed out, and it was really fun.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Would definitely recommend.
Anyways, what should we move on to?
Since we're already talking about Twitter, what's trending?
So I saw a few things trending, as
you do.
And I know for sure that you'll have something to say about this one because I saw you tweet about it. But the first thing that I saw trending on Twitter is, which Florida man story are you?
Mine was really funny.
Yeah, I know, that's why I chose for us to talk about it.
I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something with the Kiki Do You Love Me challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Florida man hit by car during failed In My Feelings challenge, and there's a video, and it's hilarious.
Mine is very,
Florida?
Well, it's very on theme of who I am as a person, so... Mine is Florida man said he stalked family to make friends.
Wow!
And honestly, what a mood.
I love that. I'm here for it. I mean, not really, because don't stalk people.
Yeah, you know what I mean, stalk people. But yeah, I feel like if I'm really desperate in the future, then that's... Yeah.
Basically.
The Hufflepuff side of me is just I just want to make friends.
I just want friends. I don't understand the problem. I don't know
Why am I getting arrested?
Why am I getting arrested? I've done nothing wrong.
Nothing.
Mostly. So anyway, what else is trending?
There is, there's a hashtag roundup that tend to be trending. And this hashtag roundup was, what was the best part of being a kid? And I figured since we're still sort of kids.
We're children.
Yeah. that we might have something to say about it.
Fair enough. Good assumption. Good assumption.
Good assumption. Okay. There's the whole thing about passing notes to friends in class, and that isn't really a thing anymore. Like, it was in elementary school when you didn't have phones, but, like, now that we have phones, it's just, like, Snapchatting each other from across the classroom.
Yeah. But I think that's still true of, like, older generations as well, as you kind of stop you stop passing notes as much.
Yeah. Because I remember elementary school, we'd pass notes a lot.
I loved passing notes, and then if you got caught, you had to read them in front of the class, which is the most embarrassing thing ever.
See, that's why you don't get caught.
I would get caught every now and then. Just saying.
I'm a sneaky little mastermind. I never got caught.
How did you never get caught?
That, and I was a teacher's pet, so I didn't do it that often.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
No offense, but...
Yeah, but I never did get caught when I did do it, so...
Ooh. Wait, I think another game just finished because my score went up to 360.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, now I have to go check what I'm up against. No, okay, well, I'm still behind my friend. Really appreciate not losing to this friend.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. Anyway, best part about being a kid. Yeah, did you do the thing where you, like, looked up bad words in the dictionary? Just because you could? Because I did. I remember so vividly feeling cool because I looked up words.
I didn't. I was just like, oh, see, I was very much a teacher's pet as a child. And so whenever people, like, wrote on the stalls in the bathroom, I would, like, report it to my teacher. I'm like, there are drawings on the bathroom wall. And I was like, I just was thinking about it this week. And I'm like, wow, I was such a snitch. Like, for real.
Honestly. Blanket forts. I made the best blanket forts in the whole wide world.
Oh, I still make blanket forts, like every time.
I would take every blanket off of every bed in the house, and I knew the perfect way to arrange chairs, and then we had, like, a pole that was supposed to be used to, like, keep our sliding doors shut, in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
It, like, kept them shut, so it was some safety thing. I would take that out, so, you know, safe, and I would stick it up in the middle because it was long enough that would make it, like, have the support in the middle that most forts never had, so they would fall. I was a genius. And then my cat would come jump on the top of them and ruin it. But, like, mine would take up the entire living room and would have multiple rooms inside of them. And I got Christmas tree lights out when I did it, but the white ones, so it looked nicer. And hung them up around the top so that you could see everything. I snapped.
Rachel was gonna be an architect.
I actually considered it. I loved designing rooms and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's how I am in The Sims, except I always suck at it, so... Somehow, everything always gets back to The Sims.
Always. Playing in the sprinklers and just generally playing outside was something that I kind of super miss about being younger, because it's weird right now if I go outside and just start, like, kicking a ball by myself, but there are a lot of younger kids in my neighborhood, and you do see them out playing and stuff, and I'm like, aww, they haven't lost the innocence of you.
I'm glad that some innocence still survived.
Me too.
Because, like, in this world, when you grow up, you're just like, oh, there's, like, I wish there was more innocence in the world. And then you see small children, and you're like, oh, it's still there. It's still there. There's hope.
Oh, another one that I see that I really like is falling asleep on the couch and then waking up in your bed. Because it means someone carried you to bed and tucked you in so you could get a good night's sleep, and that's just the cutest and sweetest thing in the whole wide world.
I know. I definitely experienced that, probably more with when you fall asleep in the car and wake up in your bed. Because, a lot of times my parents were leaders at a youth group, and we would stay at my grandma's house all the time, and so it was like, 20-minute drive home, I think.
That's
and
a
so
lifetime to a little kid.
Yeah, to a little kid, you're like, wow, I've been in here for an eternity. So, like, if you fall asleep in the car and then you wake up in a bed, like, first of all, sleeping in the car, not always the most comfortable thing.
Mm-mm.
And then when you wake up in a bed and you're just like, oh,
Space!
space.
I can stretch my leg.
Yay. Your one leg.
Just the one.
Yep.
My favorite one is one of the last one, and it's falling in love with books for the very first time. And I very distinctly remember being in my elementary school library and finding, like, the book that made me love reading. And I don't remember what it was, but I spent all of the library class, because, like, you know when you're younger and you have specials or electives that you don't elect? One of ours was library, and I would just spend so much time sitting and reading a book. And then our school limit was 3 books. But since my mom was a teacher, she would go get more books for me because I would finish them, like, before I got back to school the next day. I loved reading so much.
Oh, me too. My mom works at a library, and so every so often she'll bring a book home, and she's like, oh, you should read this book. And I'm like, Mom, I don't have time. I want to read, but I don't have time, and I don't have the motivation to finish a book. But I have this whole week I've been rereading the Lunar Chronicles series because I missed those characters, and so I'm rereading it. And I forgot that one of the things that happens earlier on than I thought it did.
Oh no.
And so yeah, I'm kind of
sad.
I'm sad and trying to get through it somehow, but it's fine.
It's okay. You're gonna be okay.
I'll be okay somehow.
Alright. Is anything else trending on YouTube or Twitter?
There are a few things trending on YouTube, but that's it for Twitter trending.
What's trending on YouTube then?
I'm getting there. So, I also saw that you tweeted about this. So, there's a live-action Dora movie that is coming out sometime.
I don't know when, but she's in high school
August.
now. It's coming out in August. Oh, that's convenient, because she's in high school. Hey, she should be in school in August. What the heck, Dora?
It's
skipping
August
class?
2nd.
Oh, never mind. Well, there goes that argument.
You got real heated about that for a second.
Yes, she's teaching kids to go to school and learn things, and then she's skipping school herself?
Well, she's, like, in the trailer, she's, like, in the jungle. So, where'd you transfer from? The jungle!
Basically.
So, yeah. So, I heard there was a debate between you and your sister on Twitter whether or not you watched Dora as a child. So did you?
I did, but like she thinks I was way more into it than I was. And I reached a point where they teased me so much about it, they being my brother and sister, that I like avidly hated Dora.
I don't like it when people tease you about things and then you feel like you can't talk about it anymore.
Oh, it was more than that. I, like, fully started to hate Dora because of it.
Yeah. I, on the other hand, had I'm the oldest child, so I didn't get picked on. I had a Dora-themed birthday party. I also had a Curious George-themed
I had a Hannah Montana birthday party.
Oh, me too, for sure.
When I was 8.
I loved Hannah Montana, like, for real.
She was a queen.
A queen.
A queen.
A queen.
Anyway, what else is trending on YouTube?
Another thing that I saw trending on YouTube was, you know how they do those autocomplete interviews? You don't? Okay.
No.
Anyways, there was one with Markiplier, and I think it's great that they're, like, branching out into the, like, social media side of things. Like, I know they did the interview with Rhett and Link, and I know they did it with Markiplier. And I thought it was interesting to see his perspective on things, because he, when it got to Markiplier net worth, he talked about how he didn't feel like he deserved any of the money, and that's why he donates to charities, because he likes living cheap, and he likes, like, he lives comfortably, and he feels bad that he lives comfortably because a lot of people don't, and so that's why he donates so much of his money to charity, and I think that's really cool.
That is really, really awesome.
Yeah. Because I've never avidly, don't know if that's the right word, but I've never continuously watched Markiplier's videos, but I think it's really cool that he donates as much money as he does to charity.
For sure. That's awesome. I love that there are people that are still trying to do good in the world and in the YouTube community, with how much craziness has been going on with the community right now. Like, it's definitely cool to see. So anyway, is there anything else trending?
Yes, there is one more, and it is a React video, and it's 5 foods you're eating wrong. And I thought it was interesting because I saw that there was something going around on Twitter where the pineapple thing, did you see this?
Yeah.
Where you pull off the things that have the spikes in it. Not spikes, but that, and that's the serving size, or that's how you're supposed to eat it. And they, the React people, they try it, and it doesn't really work that well.
Yeah, no, like, I didn't think it did. I'm pretty sure what happened is people, like, cut those spears and then set them all back together so it looked like that so they could take a picture.
And they're like, wow. And then, there were a few other things that they talked about in the video, because it's 5 foods that you're eating wrong. And, there was Toblerone, where instead of pulling it off, you push it in. Yeah.
But that doesn't actually work because of the way that it's set up. It works in other countries because their Toblerones have bigger gaps, but in America it's bigger triangle pieces, so you can't do that.
Yeah. I've never had Toblerone, so I don't know.
Toblerone.
And one of the ones that I've seen people do in everyday life is where you cut the cupcake in half, like the cake part in half, and then you stick the frosting in between it, because cupcakes have too much frosting, like, for real.
I usually cut off about half the frosting, if I'm being completely honest.
Usually, because when you're given that much frosting as a child, you're just like, oh, I must not like frosting or whatever. And so you don't eat the frosting ever. And I like frosting in smaller amounts, but not like super, like, not the cupcakes that you get in the store, not that much.
Yeah. But getting those in class was always the best thing ever.
Oh yeah, whenever, like, someone had a birthday and they'd bring in, like, cupcakes, or I would always bring in donuts so that I would be special.
Oh, it was always, like, a competition in my classes of who could bring in the most unique thing. Someone brought in, like, ice cream. We had, donuts. We had cupcakes. We had an actual cake. Like, it was just, we had a cookie cake. We had cookies. It was always fun.
Yeah, I miss that. I wish every day that we had a birthday in one of my classes, we could just stop class for a solid, like, hour just to celebrate the person's birthday. And then you would get extra recess because of the person's birthday, and honestly, I miss that.
Bless you for being born.
Anyways, I think that's all that is trending on YouTube. So, do you want to move on to our favorite segment of this podcast?
Can we move on to my favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yes, let's do it. this week's BuzzFeed quiz is everyone's personality matches a Disney Channel female character. Here's yours.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it has the I didn't know how to say it, so I skipped over it, but it says everyone's personality matches because usually you'd say like a 90s, but it's 2 zeros, and so it's
a
like
2000s.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the 20 at the beginning, so
Everyone's personality matches a 00 Disney Channel female character. Here's yours. We're setting it now.
I have to reset it because it's not working for me.
No.
Alright, it loaded, so we're good.
The first question is choose an ice cream flavor. Chocolate chip cookie dough, coconut, vanilla, mint chocolate chip, salted caramel, or rocky road.
Ooh.
Can I take a rain check? I don't know which one. I'm deciding between chocolate chip cookie dough and salted caramel.
I'm choosing between, like, all of them.
Coconut.
Do you not like coconut?
No.
Okay.
I went with salted caramel, personally.
I'm having an internal crisis.
Okay. So, normal day on the podcast.
Basically, yeah. I'll go with Rocky Road because I don't get to have it that often, but when I do, like, it's a good mixture of flavors, and yeah, it's good. I like it. I like it. Okay. Next question is choose something to do in your free time. Go to concerts, go to the beach, have friends, family time. Read a book, go shopping, help a friend in need.
Where's the sleep?
I relate.
Or eat.
Yeah, where's the procrastinate doing your homework?
Well, if you have free time, then you've already done your homework.
Sure.
I clicked read a book.
I was going between read a book or have friends family time because it depends on my mood. Because if I want to be alone, then usually I sleep. But the closest thing to that is read a book. But also, like, if I'm feeling in the mood to actually do something, then usually I like hanging out with my friends.
That's fair.
So, I chose hanging out with friends and family.
The next question is choose a store to shop for clothes. Windsor, Target, American Eagle, PacSun, Gucci, or Forever 21. If I could afford to shop at Gucci for my clothes, do you really think I'd be here right now?
You'd ditch me so that you could go shop at Gucci?
I mean, maybe.
Gucci clothes aren't that good, though. They don't look super great.
No, they don't.
In my opinion.
It's money.
I chose Target because I'm cheap and those clothes are actually kind of cute, so.
I picked American Eagle. We're going for...
Oh, I was like, I forgot which store you worked at for a second.
Listen, we call my store the American Eagle wannabe. Like the little sister copying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's kind of what... Anyway, what's the next question?
The next question is choose the type of friend you are in your friend group. The popular friend, the shy and secretive friend, the reserved yet opinionated friend, a silent but deadly friend, the flighty, spontaneous friend, or the advice-giving friend.
I would say the reserved yet opinionated. Right? Is that what I am?
I feel like that's what you are.
Okay. Because I definitely am opinionated. But I won't give you my opinions to everyone.
Yeah, I don't give my opinions to a lot of people. A lot of people tell me to grow a backbone, so I wouldn't say I'm opinionated.
I would call you either shy and secretive or silent but deadly, because you're really quiet, but if something bothers you, you can go off.
Yeah, I can go off when I'm bothered. Anyways, I'll go with shy and secretive because I don't go off that much.
The next question is, choose your favorite social media platform. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or I don't like social media. Facebook is on here. Facebook.
I'm trying to choose between two.
Facebook is on here.
I'm not choosing between Facebook, Rachel.
You choosing between Snapchat and Pinterest.
Nope, not Snapchat.
Twitter and Pinterest.
Twitter and Pinterest, yeah.
I picked Twitter, so.
Because Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook, if you use it for that, you're just trying to, like, you're trying to show off what you have in your life. Whereas Twitter and Pinterest, Twitter, you already know that we don't have anything. We're just trying to live. And Pinterest is what you want to have.
Mm-hmm.
And what you... Well, I don't really use Pinterest for that. I just use it for...
Memes
and stuff. Well, not just memes, though.
I occasionally use it for its actual purpose. But
yeah, I have,
normally
like...
it's memes.
Yeah, I have a room-spiration board, and I have a, food board, and a fashion board. But besides that... I've been spending a lot more time on Twitter this week because my phone has been gone, and one of the only social medias that works, like, because Snapchat you can't use on a laptop,
mm-hmm.
and Instagram you can't get all of the stuff on a laptop because you can't check DMs and stuff, but Twitter you can use, like, perfectly, so I'm going with Twitter.
Nice.
Did you get your...
I did get mine.
Character?
I got
Who'd you
London
get?
Tipton. Are you kidding? Did we get the same one?
No,
Okay.
I just think it's funny that you got London Tipton.
Why do you think it's funny?
London Tipton's really great, really great, really great.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I just don't see you as that close.
Oh, I
that
don't
closely
either.
related. But yeah, I think they could have added descriptions on this, but you know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, what did you get?
I got Miley Stewart.
Ah! I'm jealous.
You're not jealous, you're London.
Hey, speaking of London and all things glam and fab and amazing,
Mm-hmm.
I got my prom dress.
Ooh, you're gonna have to show me pictures.
I will. I'll probably post pictures on Twitter, like all
Twitter or the Facebook group.
that
Or both.
for prom. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Are you wearing Converse?
No,
How dare.
because of the style of the dress, I decided it would be better to not. And you know how hard of a decision that is for me to make.
I know.
But anyway, yeah. That's
Anyway.
Anyways,
Do we have anything else to say, or should we wrap up this episode?
I think that's it.
Alright.
You wrap up.
This has been... This
Oh,
has
sorry,
been
were you
another...
trying to say something?
Rachel, I swear.
Go ahead, one more time.
I don't... This has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Rachel.
And that's been Katrina. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Toodles.